Hello and welcome to my tutorial Composing Amazing Rock Songs. In this part of the tutorial, part 1, I'll tell you something about the instruments we will use in our compositions. So first, let's take a look at the rhythm guitar. I'm using GuitarPro here to demonstrate all the different instruments. And I have deactivated the realistic sound engine, so you will notice that the tracks, they sound MIDI-like, not like a real electric guitar, but it suffices. Okay, so let's start with the rhythm guitar. As I already told you, the rhythm guitar in my system of composing defines the basic feeling of a rock song. And the small part I have prepared here for the tutorial, you might notice that there's a kind of up-down feeling. For example, climbing up a hill and falling back again, or a person having ups and downs in his or her life. So first, just listen to the rhythm guitar track. Okay, let's in short analyze it. First, you climb up, then down again, up again, and down again. Okay, that's all to say about the rhythm guitar for now. This is, for me and my system, the instrument which defines the feeling of the song, or where does the intention of the song lead to. And now let's listen to that rhythm guitar with the realistic sound engine before we come to the part of the lead guitar. I activate the realistic sound engine and play it back, and then you'll hear it. Okay, that was the whole track with the realistic sound engine. You might have noticed that it is slightly out of sync with the display. This seems to be a hardware issue, but okay, that was all for it now, the rhythm guitar. Now let's come to the next instrument, the lead guitar. The second instrument in our ensemble, the lead guitar, is on top of the rhythm guitar. The lead guitar can usually be used in two ways, and one way is to play matching chords to the rhythm guitar. I have prepared the track here for the lead guitar with the matching chords, so let's first listen to this track. And now I will play all two tracks together, the rhythm guitar track and the lead guitar track with the chords, and you will notice that the chords exactly match to each other. Okay, and the other way to use a lead guitar is to play a kind of melody on top of the rhythm guitar. Let's listen to this first as solo track. Okay, and now together with the rhythm guitar. And you will also notice it matches. Okay, and the last usage of the lead guitar is, of course, to play a solo. This here is not very pretty, but it's just for the tutorial, so forgive me. Okay, let's listen to this small solo of our lead guitar here. Okay, that's all to say for now for the lead guitar tracks. We will cover the lead guitar and the rhythm guitar much more in detail later, and also with other programs like TUXGuitar. But now let's come to our next instrument, the bass guitar. The bass usually remains simple. For example, in the simplest case, you just could play whole notes and it would sound like this. So the bass just played matching notes to the other guitars. And together with the rhythm guitar and the lead guitar, let's use the melody track here. It sounds like this. Okay, of course, you could also later, if you are more skilled at composing, you can also use a bass track which is a little more complicated. Let's listen to this part here. So the bass guitar can also play a melody of its own. Now let's listen to all instruments we have so far together with the bass. I exclude first the melody track here of the lead guitar, and it sounds like this. So you notice you might also vary the style, like the bass guitar plays simple or complex. You can vary this during the whole song, and this also counts for the rhythm guitar and the lead guitar tracks. Okay, that's all to say for now for the bass guitar. Let's come to our next instrument, the drums. The drums finally make a rock song to a rock song by adding more aggression. As you can see, I have two possibilities here. The first, and I would suggest that you start with this approach, just a simple pattern. So we will listen to it now. This usually suffices for the song, but later on you will want to have a more complex pattern or more realistic drum pattern. For example, like this one. When you are at the point where you have already developed the rhythm guitar, the lead guitar and the bass tracks, you almost have the whole song, so you can experiment with the drums track just to give it more aggression, more rock feeling. Okay, now let's listen to the drum track together with the rhythm guitar track, and now I use the chords track of the lead guitar and the bass. Again, this was no realistic sound, but at the end of this part of the tutorial I will play back the whole song with the realistic sound engine so that you can have a feeling of how that song would sound in reality. Okay, that was all about the drum track. Now finally we have the vocals. Finally we come to our last instrument. Of course it's not an instrument, it's the lead singer, or the notes the lead singer has to sing, but first let's listen to it. Usually you only note one note for the whole track, like this. But because of most of the time the instrument which is used here for the vocals track, it's called choir R, I think, is not really on top of the other instruments. You can't really hear it, so usually I double it and use the same note one octave lower or higher, like I did it here, that it becomes louder and that you can hear it on top of the other instruments. Another possibility would be to use a guitar instrument as the vocals track, just for your whole song to be published, for example, on CD or something else. If you perform the song on stage, of course, this all has to be sung by the lead singer. Okay, these were all instruments we have in a rock ensemble. And now let's listen to the whole song, including all instruments, with a more realistic sound, using the realistic sound engine of GuitarPro 5 here. And this will conclude our tutorial part. Okay, this concludes part 1 of my tutorial composing amazing rock songs. In this part we covered the basic instruments which there are in a rock song, and in the next part we will cover the structure of a rock song, and I'll give you a short introduction to the programs we will use. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next part. Bye.